So I'm lucky enough that my wife breaks enough things around here that I have the opportunity to tear things apart. So I've got, basically what I have is the original tumbler or lock set, which I absolutely hate the way that this stuff functions. But this is a lock set off of the front door. This is the actual piece. It's a Slage. So you can see I've got that sucker torn apart, and what I had originally was, and I don't understand this design, but rather than having on each side, you know, this is the outside, this is the inside, why not just having a piece that can turn over? No clue, which I'm guessing I lost a spring to that thing. I think that's what hit my foot earlier. I'm gonna go look for that real quick. Let's get back working on this. Now, why in the world would you design a tumbler or a lock set where you have to have two keys, one for the outside, one for the inside? So this here was in here. Sorry, opposite side, it was in here. And you know, after it had been turned about 4,000 times, guess what? Yeah, that's right, it broke. Okay, so we got that apart. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna try to put everything back together. So you can see on this other one, just how this all went back together. So you can see right here, this piece, which is this piece here, and that sits on the back of this, and you can see that there's threading on the side, you can see that there's threading on the interior, and this is a set pin that goes inside of it. So that set pin goes right in here. You can see that. It's got a little bit of spring in the back end here. Okay, so we're just going to insert that set pin in there. And see, this is the thing that I'm wondering about, is whether or not there actually is a spring in that. I feel like the spring is the thing that I'm missing. And get that all threaded. We've gotten these pieces back together. The next thing that we need to do is we need to walk them over to the door, get those set. So your interior one is here. This one, and this is your exterior. Actually, this is your interior, this is your exterior. Both of these two have a fitting that goes through here that you can see fits right through the middle of that. Sets that up as far as a turn. The question is whether or not I'll be able to get this back together like it was. Close to wondering whether or not I should actually check to see if this is gonna function. I can get it back together, I'm not concerned about that. The question is whether or not it'll actually work. Here's my greatest fear right now. I know that that's gonna go in there. What? She works. And that's how you tear apart a Slage and how you put things back together. No, it doesn't work. That's exactly what I was concerned about. But I wonder if the other side works, because that just turns and turns and turns. Ooh, and if you think back to that set pin earlier, I did not open that set pin back up. You can tear it apart. Okay. Woo! Not necessary. So, forgot one important piece. We're going to tear this all apart again. This time I've got Hitachi hammer drill combo. It's not like what you would get like with a DeWalt or anything like that, where they've got an automatic stop. You can see that it continues to run. But the nice thing is, power to boot, and it will tear things apart quickly. Right now is all we're trying to do. We just want to get it apart. We're being super genteel with it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to fold that part too. My pet peeve, I've got a really nice neighbor across the way. But man, when he gets out his leaf blower, it could be like an hour of him just running a leaf blower. And he's not doing anything, just walking around running a leaf blower. I get out, try to use my leaf blower, tops 5 to 10 minutes. Get as much of my stuff blown out of the way as possible. And let's move on, people. Got that pulled loose, this pops out. So what I'm looking for down in here, don't know if you can see it. There it is. Oh, where'd it go? So this little set pin right down in here. Let's just pull this all apart, because I don't quite understand why that set pin. So this set pin right here is what I need to pop up, and typically it sits in a position just like that, and I don't have, I swear that used to have a spring in there. It was spring loaded so that you could push it down. Oh man. I'm gonna go get those pliers. Come out of here soon. Oh, come on. I'm gonna go grab those pliers. Pliers it is. So what I'm doing right now, looking for pliers. I swore that I just had my channel locks with me. Means I'm coming out here to grab. Look at these. These could be fun. These would do what we're trying to do. Sit back down here and let's see if we can get this done. Okay. Ooh. Right. Let's take a look now. I am trying to take this set pin out of here. Got it right there. Now, I got it out, but it felt like, man, I could be losing my mind. I swore there was a spring down in there. And that's what I thought hit me on the foot when I was in there. I'm gonna go look. Really debating what I need to do here, because I know that this set pin has got to go back in here. Also, look at this. Can you see a notch on it? I'm gonna set it like that. Boy, it popped right out like that. For the moment, I'm going to set that like that, and then put this back on. And then I'm going to line that up. I want to set the other piece. I should take a look at that. There's my set pin. Right there. And close. Got it set right there. Okay. Trying to see if I can get some tension against it. Hold it where it's at. Seems like we did. What I did is I got it in there just locked like that, and then I actually put some tension against that wall so that, you know, right there would have some pressure against it. And that seems to be where it should be set. That gives me a range of motion for this that goes, you know, turns this way, turns this way. The real question is whether or not I've actually got that set in the correct position with the other one. So, yeah. And we'll take a look here in a minute. Let me go grab that other piece. Because the way that these function, is that they go through a centerpiece and they lay like this on top of each other. And you've got a position here and then an opposite position. So for example, I'm going to take this, I'm going to set that in there like that. I'm just going to throw this other set screw in here. It's going to hold that in position. Just so I can take a look. I mean, what are the odds that there are multiple settings that you can get these things into? I think there's enough play where theoretically they can still. All right, we'll just try to go throw them in. Obliged and stopped running his outrageously loud. Take a look at how this is set on there. It's pretty good. I think we're very close. This is set where we want. That's snug. Snug, let's do the key test. Out. That's in. Wow. That's a little tight. And actually, I might prefer, compared to how it was before, let's check the lock on this side. Out, in, beautiful. That's how you fix a Slage.